Hello from the Bureau. This is the National Weather Forecast, and right up the top, if you're here to see the latest rain warnings and flood warnings associated with that unfolding weather situation in northeast Queensland, I would advise you check out the severe weather video, which is focused on just that, which you can find on the front page of the Bureau website. In this video, we're going to check out all the other weather that's going on around the country, and there's plenty of that as well. We've had a lot of heat over the last few days, and now it's the turn of a cool change to move across the southeast on Tuesday, bringing a sharp drop in temperatures. There's also not one but two tropical cyclones in Australian waters, but as we'll see shortly, they are not likely to have a big impact on our weather. Let's zip around the states, and we will start in Queensland. Another really wet day with widespread flooding up north. As I say, we've got a full video focused on that part of the country. Elsewhere around Queensland, from Mackay down to Brisbane, there will be a few showers around on Tuesday, probably just 2 to 15 millimetres of rain, but that could be enough to bring the brolly or the rain jacket. And in fact, most of central Queensland has a chance of seeing showers or thunderstorms on Tuesday, almost everywhere except the far southwest, where it will definitely still be dry around the likes of Birdsville. A fairly dry day across New South Wales on Tuesday, with the primary exception to that being the northeast, where we could see some showers around the mid-north coast, the northern rivers and the northern tablelands. Elsewhere, it will be getting quite warm, particularly in the south, with some spots up to about 39 degrees and heat wave warnings in place. Canberra sees 35 as a maximum and Sydney 30. Through northern and northwestern parts, there's a chance of some dry but gusty thunderstorms. And it has been all about the heat here through the weekend, and it's still going to be a really hot night tonight and a really hot morning on Tuesday. The minimum in Melbourne is 26 degrees, and it will start to get really warm through the morning as well. But about midday or so, we'll see some much cooler conditions kick in, starting off in the west, moving through central areas, including Melbourne, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then moving through the east and the north a little bit later on in the day. But perhaps the maximum temperatures that you see on this graphic are a little bit misleading, because when that wind change arrives, some stage during the afternoon, it will get quite a lot cooler for the remainder of the day. There is also a chance that that cool change in the afternoon could kick off a round of showers and thunderstorms once again across Victoria, and those thunderstorms could tend severe with heavy rain, damaging wind and large hail. So perhaps 4 seasons in a day across some of these areas tomorrow. It will also be a warm start to the day on Tuesday for Tasmania before the cooler conditions arrive, probably late in the morning, perhaps between 10 and midday. Then a cooler afternoon once that moves through. There is a chance of showers and storms for the east and north of the state, mostly through the afternoon hours. We'll see some marginally cooler conditions kick in for South Australia as well. Rather than high 30s and low 40s, we might be looking high 20s and mid 30s for the second half of the day with a chillier wind flow. There is a chance of a shower or an isolated thunderstorm around the Riverlands, the Murraylands and the Flinders district, but very hit and miss. I would not bank on getting any rainfall at all. No rain out this way either. Another hot, dry day for Western Australia. And if you're sick of the heat in Perth, I don't really have good news for you, because it's 35 on Tuesday, back to 38 by Wednesday, and we're looking at high 30s for the rest of the week after that. 1 or 2 showers for inland parts of the northwest, but not likely to hit any of our coastal communities. Before looking at the Northern Territory, we're just going to zoom out a little bit to the northwest of the country to see our 2 tropical cyclones, which are here. We've got Tropical Cyclone Talia to the north of WA and Tropical Cyclone Vince to the west of that. Both of these are likely to strengthen to become significant weather systems in the coming days, and we'll play out the map until Wednesday, and by then we'll see a Category 4 and a Category 3 tropical cyclone in the Australian area. However, note the movement. Both of these systems are moving further and further away from mainland Australia, not likely to have any impact on our weather in the mainland. Even Cocos Island is a little too far to the north to see any significant impacts from either of these 2 tropical cyclones. Back to the country now, and we'll just take a look at the far north. I feel like a bit of a broken record saying this, but still no monsoon arrival in Darwin. That means it's continuing to feel like the longest build-up on record, with hot, humid conditions, isolated showers and storms, but none of that widespread cloud coverage, cooler weather and rainfall, which will eventually kick in with the monsoon, currently looking like that could be towards the end of the week or the weekend. So almost no matter where you are in the country, there's something happening with your weather tomorrow that you might want to be across, and so you can find the latest on the Bureau's website and app. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.